Welcome back, friends, to the Bonus Bone Podcast. It's been a while. Chasta, Lamont, Tonelli, baby Huey.
What's going on?
We are back from break. Did we announce a break? No, but we took one. We needed one. We have been...
I need one now.
I know. We always need one. We have been in the busiest time of the year, heading up to your big party, Lamont and Tonelli Ball, for your 35th anniversary. What an extravaganza it was.
I'm still hurting from the weekend.
It was
I
a
got to
great
tell
time.
you. Well, and I will say this because we work, because it was on a Friday, we worked the full day before.
Yeah.
Didn't get a nap in between. So from 2:30 to, let's say, 11:30 at night.
Yeah, you were up 24 hours.
2:30 in the morning. It's close to 24 hours.
Exactly.
I'm still spent.
I almost knocked a bonehead out, and not to start this off on a bitch fest, but this woman came up to me and she was like, "How you doing?" And I was literally, you guys saw, I was running around like a chicken with her head.
Well,
cut
you
off.
always, you're kind of running things.
I'm running the thing, and I was also running engineering, which was what I was really focused on in the moment.
Well, I think that's what you do best.
Yeah, I'm a real good engineer. Well, now I've done it so many times, I kind of know what I'm doing. But anyway, it was real chaotic. And I said, I don't know my ass from my elbow right now, but I'm glad to be here. And she goes, "Tell me about it. I've been working all day."
Oh,
Bitch! I literally was like, all
we
right.
went 20 hours.
I know. I'm like, we already did a morning show. Then I did my midday show. Then I got in the car and came straight there.
Right. Without a break and didn't
without a
have
break.
anything to eat till like 8 o'clock at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, when she said that, I was like, why? I was so mad, but I just let it go. I was like, oh, bite your tongue. Other than that, it was fantastic.
She went, really? Wow.
Oh, I was so busy I couldn't even.
What kind of
have a
job she
conversation.
does?
Yeah,
That's the thing. What kind of work?
I think I know that she works behind a desk, like she's like an HR
So she sat
type
there.
person. So she was, tell me about it. I've been working all day. Anyway, besides that, how was Lamont and Tonelli Ball for Lamont and Tonelli?
It was fantastic. I mean, the Boneheads came out in force, without a doubt.
I got to tell you, my favorite part of the event is actually talking to people there.
Yeah.
And to the point that I was losing my voice.
Yeah, I know.
And
We're
at
all
that
kinda
point,
like
you've got to kind of call it quits because you have to work a couple of days later.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we talked to so many friggin' great people there. It was really a good time.
I feel like we had almost everybody from the Lick Me Wall.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. They definitely showed up.
The whole
They
Lick Me
made
Wall.
their mark on the evening.
Sacktown brought out a custom hat we all signed.
Everybody
I didn't
signed.
see Sacktown.
Oh, you didn't sign the hat?
I didn't see him. No.
Oh.
Or his hot wife.
Yeah, you didn't see her? Yeah,
I did. Saw them both.
You did.
Signed the hat.
Yeah.
And talked to Sacktown for a little bit.
Yeah.
And what was great about talking to the Boneheads was over the course of how long we've been doing the show, they all had different memories, not only of different things that we've done over the years, but different memories of when they used to listen or where they used to listen or listening at work. And you heard all the stories of, I'm an ambulance driver who used to listen to you guys early in the mornings before our graveyard shift got off, or guys that were working at the airport. Yeah, all the different stories.
Yeah.
I thought that was fascinating.
It is. It is cool. Did you see the roof sit shirt?
Yes.
Yes,
was
I
incredible.
did.
That
I
was
took a
from,
picture of it.
I think it was from the fifth.
The fourth. The fourth.
The
roof
fourth.
set.
Is that what it was?
How many of those did you guys do?
I don't know, 6 or 7 maybe?
6 or 7, yeah.
Right in there. I forget the exact number. But one guy was telling a story about he worked at the airport in the 90s when the airport was constantly undergoing expansion and change. I mean, it was one big, long construction project for about 10 years.
It's funny, it
whether,
still is.
Whether it was the freeway or the terminal.
Yeah.
But he was talking about working one of the terminals. They remodeled the entire terminal. And they'd listen to this when we were back at KSJO. And they would be listening to the Lamont and Tonelli show. And all the... And the terminals are, long-ass building, right?
Yeah.
Big, long-ass building. But he said if you walk down the terminal, you would get out of earshot of one group that was listening to the show and all of a sudden come into earshot of another completely different group of contractors or plumbers or electricians
still listening to
who
the
were
show.
listening to the show.
Yeah.
He
That's
said you
epic.
could walk the entire length of the terminal and continue to listen to the show because each group of contractors had the show on.
That's freaking rad.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that story. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, everybody was so excited to see you. I mean, Blaze and Nana was there with no teeth.
Oh, I made sure I took pictures. And by the way, whoever took the pictures never sent them to me.
I was going to say, I don't know who it was.
Someone from our sales staff. I've got to go through the sales department right away.
Oh, it may be on. It's probably on the website then.
No, I looked.
Oh, it wasn't up there?
I looked. It's not there.
Was it someone's cell phone?
Was it on a cell phone? Oh, it was
Yeah.
on their phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, whoever you are, send the picture. Nana, God love her. That was the first thing she came up to me and she stuck her head right in my face. She was like, "How do they look?" And I thought in my face was right near her boobs. And I said to her, I thought you were talking about your tits. And she goes, "No, my teeth,"
Oh,
which she
God.
doesn't have yet. Because they're just gums. I think she's getting them in a couple weeks. Anyway.
She might have said tits, and it sounded like teeth.
That's
her
true,
teeth
too.
She would laugh at that. She's laughing right now as she's watching this. Mojo Rising came out. We had Jason the Plumber was there. BDB was there.
Very impressed with BDB's Hawaiian shirt. He fully committed on the Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Bought that at like thrift store.
$8.
$8.
And that makes it even that much more impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Because
in
it was
your
actually
honor,
a
wasn't it?
tasteful looking Hawaiian shirt for $8.
He told me it looked better than yours.
You know what? He probably is probably pretty accurate on that. That was a great looking Hawaiian shirt.
Did either one of you meet Crazy Dave?
No.
You didn't meet him?
I did not meet Crazy
Oh,
Dave.
man. Did you meet him,
I think I missed Crazy Dave.
Met
Oh,
the
man,
staff at
unfortunate.
OPL.
Yeah, Brian
Oh,
at
yeah.
OPL was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brian's
He
the
was
best.
totally into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot believe so we kind of got separated because where the Bone booth is and where the VIP party is, which is kind of our spot to go take a breath.
It wasn't, though,
theory,
because it was packed back there,
Yeah.
and you couldn't relax there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Brian was back there, so I never even got to see Brian. He's
Right.
he's a friend of mine, and I was texting him, but we never crossed paths. There were so many people there, I felt like I missed a bunch of people. But
Yeah.
back to Crazy Dave. Oh boy, that guy, you guys.
What
oh
did
my
I
God.
miss?
Oh my God, what did you miss? Okay, first of all. He was Huey's +1. So, like, he's a guy we met at Vinny's.
I thought your dad was your +1.
I have a lot of
plus
plus ones
two,
that day.
yeah.
Your dad looked like he had a good time.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, he was walking all over that place.
So you met Crazy Dave at
Okay, at Vinny's in Concord.
Right.
He's like a staple there.
Yeah,
regular.
he's a regular.
I
It's
might have
like
met him there at
Cheers.
your birthday.
Oh,
yeah,
very
maybe.
possible.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
looks
yeah.
exactly like Michael Anthony.
Okay.
Like exactly, which is how this whole relationship started. Anyway, Huey offered him. He was like, "Come with me." So he's there, and he gets behind the boat booth, and he starts basically acting like he works for us. And people, here's the other funny story: Stone Temple Pilots, their manager signed, and I should have brought it in. Damn it, I was going to surprise you. You guys saw the text message. I didn't want you to know that it was here. I was going to present it to you. A drum head.
Oh.
You saw that picture?
very cool.
Yes.
Yeah, he had Stone Temple Pilots sign it. So he took it to the Bone booth and handed it to someone he thought worked for us.
Oh my God.
And it was Dave?
And I'm pretty sure it was Crazy Dave. So he comes backstage and he's like, "Hey, gave a signed head to one of your guys." And I was like, "Oh, okay, who was it?" And he goes, "I don't know, but he told me he'd been drinking all day." And I was like, "Oh, shit." I said, "Well, I don't think that was one of our guys, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is. But to Crazy Dave or whoever's credit, it ended up making it back to the radio station.
That's
which
incredible.
is a miracle.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an Andrea's
Okay,
office.
yeah.
So it's all good, but it's pretty funny.
Nice.
But the video that John got.
There's a video. Somebody took a video of everybody at the Bone booth, and you just hear Crazy Dave go, "Yeah, I'm kind of a legend.
I'm a
kind
conquer
of a legend.
I'm a conquer legend.
He's the greatest. He has to be at all of our events. He makes my heart so happy. He's so fun."
And Eric Kretz from Stone Temple Pilots, the
great
drummer, was a
guy.
great guy.
That was
Great
super
interview.
cool.
What a great freaking guy.
And he's legitimately a fan of you guys. He
Yeah.
remembered listening to KSJO.
Yeah.
He had all kinds of his own stories.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
Originally from the South Bay,
Yeah,
or he
from
spent a
San
lot of
Jose.
time in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Just a real good dude.
Still
though.
has a place here, too, he said.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
that I
city.
didn't know.
Yeah, in San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Okay.
He was great. And I will say this. We have had hit or miss experiences, I think it's fair to say, with crews of bands. You never know what you're going to get when
Depends
you're
on the crew,
backstage.
depends on the band,
It
depends
does.
on the
It
person.
always depends. I will go ahead and say this event was the best crew and stagehands and managers.
Yes, they weren't
everyone.
dicks backstage.
No one
Very
was
mellow
dicks.
backstage.
No,
Very mellow.
Very
Yeah.
mellow. No one, I mean, STP, they were hanging out on the couches. No one was hiding.
Yeah.
Right.
Like at all. In fact, after our broadcast, I packed up all the gear, which comes in these really big, bulky kind of suitcase things.
Yeah.
And I'm carrying 3 of them. I have one
Hold
over my
on. Well,
shoulder.
how are you carrying? Where was baby
Everyone
Huey?
disappeared. Where were you guys? I don't know. Everyone was gone. I was like, well, F it. It is what it is. So
Well, baby Huey was by your side the whole night. How did
the
he
most
disappear
part,
for
he
that?
But I
Yeah.
take my other equipment to the production room.
Oh, you took the Zoom stuff to the production office.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I took all the broadcasts. And so I'm walking it backstage, and I have one over my shoulder, and I have 2 on my arms. And Robert DeLeo of Stone Temple Pilots is standing there. He's like, oh, my God, can I help you? And I was like, they were about to go on. I'm like,
How
no,
often do you see a rock star
Offer
say,
to
hey,
help.
I'll be a roadie for you?
Seriously, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. I was like, no, I have to walk all my car. Like, it's
Yeah.
all the way. He was like, that's okay. And I was like, no, it's not. Shouldn't you be warming up? That was the nicest thing. And he
Where was
remembered
Jay?
us. Jay got there. He got there after that.
Oh, I got
He
you.
got there about 7:30 because of
Oh,
traffic.
okay. Yeah.
You know, he got there a little bit later. But anyway, it was so nice. I've like the whole crew. I mean, the guy that was helping us would do our stage announcements.
Oh, that
He would, I can't remember his name, which is unfortunate.
I want to say Michael, but I don't know if that was it.
but he was extremely helpful.
Really good dude.
Extremely helpful.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you're going on in a couple minutes.
You're
Here,
going on
here
a
you go.
couple minutes.
Here you go.
Here's the microphone.
It's
hot.
hot.
No limitations. I mean, we've had bands going, you get 35 seconds and that's it.
Yeah.
Just like, what kind of fucking douche are you?
Or
It's our show.
Don't say one band name over another name.
Yeah.
Or
Remember, I'll go ahead and say it. We couldn't even say Alice Cooper's name. We had to introduce
Yeah.
him, and they were like, don't say his name. I'm like, what? Up next.
I never pay
You know
attention
who?
to that. Here's the deal. When they tell me shit, I make sure I mention it. Of course. Just to piss them off.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
It was
When
wild.
Kiss told me we had 35 seconds, I talked for a minute and a half.
No, they didn't do any of that this year. Who was it? Remember when we almost got pushed off stage? It was the 4 of us and Smelly.
Yeah.
And they pushed us so far to the front of the stage, and then they were moving all the equipment behind us, and they hit me and Smelly.
Might have been Kiss.
It might have been Kiss.
Might have
we
been
almost
Kiss.
took a header
Yeah.
off the stage. And I was
Motley
in a
Crue,
skirt.
maybe?
I was gonna say Motley Crue,
It might have been
maybe,
Motley Crue.
I don't remember.
or Judas.
But they were screaming.
No, it wasn't
at us.
Judas Priest. Yeah.
And I remembered because they had rugs. It was someone with rugs, and they were pulling up rugs, but they weren't like, excuse me. They were like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. But none of that happened this year.
No,
I
it was
so
very
Good
impressed.
vibe. Good
Yeah, it
vibe
was
at the show.
Good vibes and good food. Shout
Yeah.
out to Original Joe.
Yeah, the food was fantastic.
Oh.
Heather and Benjamin from Original Joe's and Walter, their driver, they did a great job.
You're so good with names.
the rigatoni with the spicy.
Spicy rigatoni.
Delish.
That was so good.
So good.
and then
the quinoa
what they had
salad.
what's that?
Quinoa salad.
Yeah, the quinoa salad was good.
That was
That
delicious.
was fantastic.
And then what was the other? There was a meat sandwich.
There was like the Italian sub, and then there was the caprese sandwich,
That one was.
and then the butter cake for dessert, and the brownies for dessert.
Oh, I missed the brownies.
Oh, you missed the brownies. Oh,
Shoot.
they were to die for.
Did it have that butterscotch stuff?
Yes, it did.
Oh my gosh. How did we miss that? Did you get that?
No,
Damn it.
but the cake was good
The
that
cake
you
was
brought.
good. Oh, shout out to Miss Eddie's Bakery. I got you your cake. It was a sad moment. Lamont left Tonelli at the altar.
Yeah, you did.
I was waiting inside stage to do the announcement.
know.
I don't take chances.
It was-
I get there early every single time.
It was, it was really, really good. But it had your wedding photo. Tell the story real quick behind that photo because it's a cool story and it's a great photo. You look beautiful.
Well,
as a
that
bride.
was before gay marriage
Right.
was allowed by law.
Yeah.
And when they were just talking about it, I said, hey, we got to show some support for this.
Yeah.
So I dressed up as the bride. Tonelli was the groom with his porn mustache.
That mustache.
We took it
Epic
like
mustache.
Yeah.
we took the picture like we were announcing an engagement or wedding, or had just announced our wedding, and put it in the local newspapers, where it ran for 2 days until someone ratted us out and said, those are 2 dudes, man. And the newspapers took us out because it was illegal.
They pulled
They
it.
pulled the friggin' thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, well.
We had just a goofy story to go with it.
It was a good cause.
Yeah.
Goofy story. Great photo that
Yeah.
lasted all these years later.
Love is love.
Love is love. You make a beautiful bride, sir.
Yeah, I look like Jethrine Bodine.
Yeah, the blonde wig was really something else.
It was. And on the cake, Tonelli kind of started in the middle. I mean, it was like a slasher film with the cake and cut out his mustache. So I ate an icing mustache,
Thank you.
which was delicious.
Which at that time with that mustache is quite the serving.
It was half the cake.
I think
It
that
really
mustache
was.
grew from my eyebrows down, actually. That thing was, you talk about a broom.
And dark as could be, like black. You
Yeah.
had like black hair.
Yeah?
If you grew it out now, what do you think it would look like?
Salt and pepper, but
and
everything
pepper.
else is white. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a look.
Strange that your eyebrows are still black,
I was
too.
gonna
I know
say,
it's weird
Yeah.
stuff. I don't,
Are your
And this
pubes
is no-
black,
oh,
or
Lord.
is it white like
now we're
that?
getting back into that. Right now they are.
For
But-
now.
That was on the next cake.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah,
I
what
thought
are
my
you-
goatee
It was
would
a
always be
cheese
black.
log.
Good God Almighty. Huey, what was your favorite part of L&T Ball?
I mean, of course, all the listeners interacting
Yeah.
with them,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Shout out to Rob Vieira. Thank you for the
Oh, yeah. Good seeing
WWE
Rob.
Championship belt.
That's right.
That was awesome.
So sweet of him.
That was very nice. So thank you. Seeing his wife as well.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
So
cool.
did you wear that belt all night and all weekend?
Absolutely.
weekend.
I'm like debating if I should leave it here in the office.
Oh, it'll get stolen. don't
That's
you
the thing.
think?
Or
Yeah.
just keep it at home and just take it to future wrestling shows.
Yeah, I think
Like
you're
everyone
gonna-
else does.
It's going to be your
You know,
accessory.
the thing is, though, I mean, to wear that's kind of like false valor, like Big Dick
Black with the
wearing
Italian-
friggin'
With the
medal
Italian
from
medallion.
the marathon. I mean,
Go to a
you haven't done anything to earn a wrestling
See,
belt.
that's the thing. You go to a wrestling show, all the fans have titles.
Well,
Big fan, WrestleMania, thousand
can buy
people.
those.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
can buy them.
can
They
buy
sell.
those?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they sell
Yeah.
them at the store.
That's like,
it's sort of like a
that's like
costume.
me wearing a Super Bowl ring.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't buy. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy replica. You can't. You
Yeah.
buy
You
Yeah.
can buy
Yeah. I guess you
replicas.
can.
I didn't do
I'll
anything
proudly
to
wear
earn
that
it.
thing.
And you rocked it. The one thing I will say that's different than BDB, you cannot you cannot buy a medal that you win from running. He stole that.
Yeah, that was a replica. I had a replica.
You had a replica. He had
Yeah.
the real deal,
And he was
did
wearing
not
it Friday
earn.
night, too.
And he looked damn good with it, with his Hawaiian
Pretty
shirt
good bling.
and
Rocking
his
his
medal.
Italian bling.
And thank you to listeners getting us over 10,000 on Instagram.
Yes, we hit over 10,000 on Instagram, which was a cool moment. That's just behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of silly, but it's been a goal of ours for a little while. And so we literally hit it as soon as we came off stage because you were bold and I loved what you did. He went up there. He's like, pull out your phones right now. Follow 1077 The Bone on Instagram. And boom,
Like,
just like that,
two-
we had
2 minutes
hundreds.
later, we hit it.
Hundreds. So that was a cool moment hitting that backstage. We all screamed a little bit. And I think Stone Temple Pilots was watching us going, what the fuck? What are they doing? But I will say, I will end with this. My 15-year-old self was geeking out. Like,
Yeah.
these were 3 bands that I loved,
Right.
loved. And I mean, the come full circle for you guys, Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah,
playing,
well, after the parking lot show.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really neat to come full circle like that all these
Mm-hmm.
years later. You know, you don't always hear like that. You know, for a radio show to still exist, especially the radio show.
It was just cool walking
and the
around
band.
during STP set, during the pit and
Yeah.
the 100, 200 lawn section.
I never made it out to my
Yeah, I
seat,
tried to get some
not once.
clips, some B-roll
I didn't make
stuff.
it to my seat
No.
either.
You didn't either? Yeah. I knew you went out to the pit. You told me you were going to get some footage.
Yeah, so that was great to get. And then I came back to where you guys were at.
Yeah.
But no, it was just fun. Everyone was just having a good time, dancing, singing along to all the hits, and
Yeah.
it was just a really good vibe that whole night. And I know there was a lot going on that week with Foo Fighters, Sammy, System, Deftones. So
Yeah.
it was just really cool to just everyone get together and have fun that night.
And there's a
And
lot.
celebrate you guys. That was the big thing.
That's the point. Exactly. There were a lot of shows to compete with, and I know like a lot of tickets to purchase, and people spent their hard-earned money to be with Lamont and Tonelli.
We got
They
And we
really went the
appreciate
extra
it.
mile.
all the stuff on
Anniversary.
social media too.
Oh,
Recap.
tons. Yes.
Recap page
Follow
on the site. All of
1077
our
The Bone on social.
Yeah.
A ton of recap stuff.
All our
Not just from
photos.
that show.
Yeah.
But also from Deftones and System of a Down the next night. Which
Cool.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. We love you guys so much. Thank you for being at L&T Ball.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
And thank you for being here. And thank you guys for rocking the Bay Area radio waves for 35 freaking years.
Woot woot.
And you're not done yet. You're just getting started.
That's
I always
right.
say, if they didn't listen, I wouldn't have a job.
That's right. Here's to 35 more. All right, you guys. We'll talk to you next week.